the hope and joy that it may inspire in some that are in desperate need of it. We ask you to be with us tonight as we go through this meeting and in the days to come and in the holiday season. We thank you for all we do. We ask a special prayer tonight for our police and fire. We know this is a heavy season for them. It's a lot of things that can bring future issues with seeing a lot of things that can harm and hurt. We ask you to be with them through the season especially. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yep. Commissioner Meadows?
Here.
Mayor Jones? Here. Commissioner Cogan?
Here.
Commissioner Brown? Here. And Commissioner Perry?
Present.
Thank you all. Mr. Turner? Do we have any public concerns or something? No? Has anybody had a chance to look over the minutes? The November 25th minutes?
Yes, so nice.
You have a checkbook.
Just on number 8, we changed that to the verdict we talked about last time, pursuant or two, instead of in pursuit of.
Change it, what now?
Like you changed the last one.
I thought I changed it to, I guess maybe I did it backwards.
Says 3%.
Needs to say. Pursuant of. Pursuant to.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anybody want to make a motion to approve them with that correction made?
Motion.
Ken, I'll second Ken's motion.
All right. All those in favor? All right. Police department?
Don't have a whole lot. So far this month, we've had 19 calls for sale. Looked a copy of the application process. For you to review, gave one to Zach. He can go over and make sure I've got everything in there. that needs to be. And what I would look for starting in January would be entirely, we're not gonna pay benefits to. If we could do part-time or full-time.
Busy week. A lot of people on the police force and fire. And
I don't ask for if they had anything, if they recovered anything or not.
I don't ever heard.
Really, from what I saw, they look like they were trying. It's like they were missing out their struggles. Didn't see much.
They have to do reviews or anything we.
No. There's gonna be no labor. I thought there might be a few parks down here when Jennifer called, but I got down here, it's like the whole place is like.
Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna have this.
Parking lot's full.
The new one?
Yeah.
Do they have it?
Oh, no, this, the
If
school.
you leave the school.
They take it offended.
I was gonna say, we drove by, my kids were like, there's so many cops here.
It's good to see that amount of effort though, to make sure the right thing's done.
It should be done. Okay, should have waited that long.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, it was-
I figured, well, that's all I had. You might get any play.
I saw you driving the truck.
I do.
Does it need service?
No, about 2,000 more miles. It's, coming up on a tire rotation.
Yeah, like single.
The white truck or the Humvee?
The white truck. Humvee doesn't have a radio, doesn't have, emergency equipment or anything like that. I started maybe 2 or 3 times a month just to make sure to keep everything up and running.
Probably need it for this winter's over.
Probably so.
Better get you a leader.
It works. Okay.
Thank you.
I believe Chief Hendricks is on, he's out for the holiday with family.
Okay. They did give me an update for their runs, Assistant Chief Tech sent it, so I'll have that posted.
Okay.
And pull up if y'all want to know what they say.
You know if they're meeting Monday still?
Say it again.
Are they gonna meet this coming Monday?
I don't know if they called it off, being so close to the New Year's.
Like the one Monday I have off that I was gonna ask Chief if I could come to it.
For November, they had a total of 18 runs, 6 in the city, 12 in the county. And training hours, they, banked 291 training hours. 16 people, so about a 16 that shows how many each got in a month.
Public work.
No big updates from me. We got a few more dirt sold. I'm gonna put kind of a stopping point on that at the end of February. And we'll make sure that we have the right bids and stuff in by then. That way we can, go ahead and roll out that patio and do all that stuff. I may reach out to a couple of people just to get a little extra money going, to make sure that happens for all the people that did participate.
Yeah.
I think we'll end up around 65, 70 grand, so it's not bad.
When did you say you were gonna end it?
End of February.
They give me time for my tax money to come back in.
Streets.
I don't really have too much going on right now. It'll probably be springtime before they do this size and stuff. And I think Shane's been doing okay with, the plow.
I was gonna ask you how many times did you can call it out? That might be something that we need to,
He's back in full time.
okay.
Mhm.
So far.
Really, full time still.
Yes,
Busy
the,
time. The Williams fault.
You know, you got
yeah, that's all I.
economic development.
A couple things, just a heads up, parking lot. Continuing up with this, I tried to get the pole removed up in front of the parking lot, called AT&T, and they said it was done. Just had an email before I come in here, and it's still there, so I still have to contact them. Don't know what's going on with it, I'm just trying to get the extra pole removed out of the ground. I don't know if y'all will park down there and come up that way, but if you will notice, it has been resurveyed. Just a heads up, and it is exactly where Mr. Day put it. They're actually in orange.
Throw it in,
They're in orange.
They're in orange spray painted.
we definitely know, we're right.
One of them is not the same place. The back one is a little bit farther back. But it's still the same line. Whatever that may be. So just that kind of, nobody's told me anything. I noticed it as I was walking in. I asked, Megan, and I thought we would talk about it in the commission or talk about it in the meeting. I know that, we had gotten signs, for parking. Park at your own risk. And there was another one, what was that one?
Free parking.
Free parking. I think we should probably get something now that says city parking. And then also, I think we need to vote on there. Joe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we need to put a time frame of no after 11 to 7 PM park or nighttime parking, if it's something that we wanna look at, because we can get somebody to pull in there and like all night.
Like they do
Yeah.
the tractor trailers and stuff.
No overnight,
Yeah, so no overnight parking or something. I think that's something that we need to
good idea.
get a sign made and like maybe say city parking. So that people know that that's a city parking lot.
So are you, I guess I missed this part, but is the city parking gonna be up here on the sidewalks that points down to it?
Yes.
Up the road? And did you say there was a liability sign, like saying park your own risk or something?
We already have it.
Good, good.
We need to get that one up there and down there if we're gonna have people parking there. So I don't know if maybe we just need to drive T-post and put it up or whatever somewhere just to get it up. Yeah, Mike. I don't know if y'all wanna vote on that. Do you think we'd have to, that'd have to be an ordinance, wouldn't
You
it?
know, I was just thinking about that, Cody. It depends on what we've already covered in our ordinances. My suggestion is to go ahead, ask the commission to take whatever action you want to take tonight,
Okay.
then decide if you would do.
So I'll open the floor for suggestions of timeframe, and then we'll make a motion if we succeed, time that we think parking should not be allowed. Or maybe we just do a 24-hour parking. It's whatever you guys think is in the best interest, but I think we probably need to get a sign made and put up.
I like the no overnight parking.
Yeah, I mean, something definitely needs to be, it's not that we're having a problem yet, let's just foresee it. Somebody can pull a camper in and park there for a week.
It's all right if they pay rent.
Would it be better, as far as enforcement, to have something like no overnight parking or no parking after 2 AM or whatever time you want to say it, and before 6 AM?
This place, I would put no parking there after 10 o'clock, and the Dollar General store is the latest open business here. Liquor store. I would say after they close, there should be like parking.
The only thing that I can think of a consideration that we even need to alter that is if we're in a snow emergency. According to policy, we need to get vehicles off the road, but that would fall underneath a different category, right?
Yeah.
I'm open for suggestions.
When I actually said that, I mean, I think it's nice to leave it open in case that happens, because the law says they could tow them if they're here in snow emergency. I'd rather them think, oh, I can park down here.
Yeah, that was my.
What if you, could we just put something that,
I-
like, no recreational vehicles or no trailers, no?
I thought maybe the 24-hour parking. If John walks by and sees that same vehicle there for 2 days, okay, we got a problem, right?
Yeah, I like the well, we already have basically a 24-hour for other places, might that be,
But don't we have to put a sign saying that if it's there, it could be forced to be towed?
I think,
Yeah, I think you do. I mean.
Yeah, I think we have
First of all, you're inviting people to park there, right? It's a parking lot. So if you're gonna restrict their right to park there, you need to tell them.
Yeah, it's violation of towed. I like the 24-hour, and then towed if found guilty of it or whatever, out of John.
and we talked about this one of the last commissions I was on, and I don't know if it's city ordinance or state law, but it said if we're going to tow, we have to cite the relevant ordinance or statute that says that we're going to tow. Yeah.
And can I just, how about we do this? We just throw it on you guys to come up with,
You guys.
come up with the best.
I've already got a call scheduled with a guy from KYTC about another parking issue for him, so I'll just talk to him about that and make sure that we're.
And then just write like, we'll just,
And then I told Joe I would let him know next week if I ever talk to him,
Yeah.
what he said about this spot, so then I'll ask him about that as well. When Joe and I can get together and determine if it needs to be.
you want to take a motion on that, Joe, for no overnight parking?
Well, you're not gonna have a sign up.
All right, we'll wait.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's just wait. Okay. Good deal. We'll follow up on that. We'll put it on the agenda next time. The last thing that I have, Kevin has brought up to me for the ABC that he needs to, get a program. What is it, Excel or Word? What do you want?
Yeah.
I would say Microsoft.
Microsoft, which one are you wanting? We gotta be, we
I
gotta,
can show, we can talk about it a little bit more in a little bit, but I can show you exactly what I'm after. And it probably has to do with like Microsoft or Docs or some of that stuff for making forms and,
Yeah.
You need like the
you know,
back.
something with spell check on it would go a long way.
Does the city have like its own subscription? Yes, for Word from Microsoft and for Adobe.
We do have a Microsoft Suite, I believe, subscription. It might have an extra package on it.
That's what I was like gonna say, like. Cause Kevin needs to make forms and things, and like, that's something that's, shouldn't be too much of an expense. That, at least if we have one for the city that anybody who, like if Chief needed to use it, he could use it, or I needed to use it, like, I haven't, but you know.
Well, one thought I would throw out there would be that if it was specifically for ABC, I don't care.
Yeah,
As long
you're
as
gonna
I'm there, I'd pay for
pay,
it.
pay for it. That's kind
Yeah,
of
no additional cost to the
the
city.
city.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think,
And then, I like if he ever has to update for some reason, and it's on a weekend, he needs that form, needs work on it, he can't get over who has, cause our subscription would have a master password, she would have. But if you do it through you, I think you'd be able to log into everything.
and also you can hand it over.
I don't see why, we don't just approve, it's ABC money.
Yeah, I-
Directly, just approve like $1,000 to get the software it needs.
I don't think it's gonna cost anything.
I think it'd be like $200.
It's $165 a year.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing,
Yeah.
somewhere around that 100.
So I'll make a motion for him to buy up to $1,000. If you want more than one, or you just want that one program?
I'll have to see what all it will do. It may take,
That covers the entire Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, but if you want to do Adobe, I think Adobe's covered under
And
Microsoft.
Adobe's what I was thinking
So
about.
like if you do those two.
oh, I get that.
So I'll make a motion with, the ABC officer, Kevin Kidwell, to purchase software for the ABC. It is gonna be his job to maintain it. Make sure you get your expense to the clerk to get it paid properly.
So you want me to pay for it out of
Well,
my pocket?
No, we're gonna get that in a minute.
Okay.
But,
I second that.
just for the city to get the money out of ABC for you to pay it.
When you put that in your motion to say you paid out of the ABC.
Pay out of the ABC. So I'll make a motion to have Kevin pay it out of the ABC budget for programming that he needs to make documents, Excel, Word, there's Microsoft, whatever he needs.
Adobe probably be good too, because you make form fillable form.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
And I would try to limit, you said it's not that, so do we want to put a cap on it, $500 or?
I know, I pay $165 for Microsoft, I pay, you won't need what I have, but I pay $280 for Adobe.
There you go.
So just say.
So 500.
Under 500, and if you need more. just-
So one thing I would like to eventually get it to where it will do, and we can get more into that when I start showing you the forms that we've gotten fixed for you so far. But having them fillable to where when you have updates, folks don't have to try to catch Michelle or catch me or call one of us. They can get on the link, fill it out, and it comes right straight to me in an email.
To the, yeah.
So eventually we'll get to that stage, but
Let's just 500 for now. Hopefully that gets you going. I hate putting a limit on it, but I think we need to.
I think that 500 was.
It's 500. I'll make a motion to approve Kevin Kidwell, to pay software out of the ABC budget up to $500 for programming for the year that he needs. I don't know if that's gonna be a reoccurring thing, but for
it
this year,
usually is.
it
Yes,
is.
it'll be.
I don't know if you'll have to come back, is what I'm saying.
Annual, yeah.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor?
Second thing I have is Mr. Kidwell has made it very, 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 obvious, or I don't know what word very apparent, or whatever you want to call it, that he has trouble paying for anything. We have got to get him a credit card, debit card, I don't know, whatever we need to do that is tied to his account.
We'll do it.
I mean, wouldn't we just need to approve it and have a
Well,
card and?
I'm pretty sure we've already approved it once,
Yeah.
and he still has not got it.
Well, when we're shutting down the central bank ones, when we open the People's ones, we'll get an ABC one for the People's.
Right. Because right now, for him to purchase that, you gotta go through John, don't you?
Would it not be simpler just to get a credit card in that? And then when the bill comes in, Michelle knows exactly what it is.
That's what I was talking
And
about.
we're not having to transfer, if you all move from People's to Joe Blow Bank down the road next year, You don't have to close the account, start all, if you just have just a Visa credit card, let's say, like everybody's got. Just for that account,
That's what I'm talking about.
everything, okay,
The People's Bank card would be tied just to your, not to the city funds, it'd be just the ABC.
yeah,
And that way, that's a good way of control too, so every purchase goes through, there's gotta be ABC and gotta be ABC available funds. That way it doesn't get intermingled in our general funds, and the rest of our other funds like it has been before.
right.
It keeps it just yours.
Well, it's a lot cleaner if you have a separate plate of.
Do we need to vote on that again? Or, I mean, I feel like we've
I don't know,
done
yeah,
that.
that's-
People's credit card.
Yeah.
But I guess my thing is what is the next step that needs to happen to make sure that it happens?
It's still a big,
Well-
get a
Yeah.
debit card on.
Well, just make a motion.
But who's it, like, who does it fall back on? Like, are you gonna reach out?
Probably, whenever I get the other ones for.
Okay.
But just make a motion to clear it up, because we are switching banks, before that was other banks, so I'll make a motion for Kevin Kidwell to have a through People's Bank, his own personal card that's linked to his ABC funding budget.
Can you include in that it would have a spending limit of no more than $1,000?
No more than 1,000. I'll motion this.
I'll second.
All in favor? Third thing. Mr. Kidwell's still not bonded. We have already motioned on it.
Hmm.
And he is not gonna pay for it out of his own pocket.
He needs to go to,
Speaking of bonding,
he needs to go.
I read an article the other day that anybody that holds a public office like ours has to be bonded.
Yeah, good talk.
We don't want to be bonded.
That's not, it's not gonna happen. I fought it. Truth and nail, I won.
From what I read, it's a state requirement.
Yeah, I'm going.
But anyway, Mr. Kidwell, you're not bonded yet, to your knowledge, right?
That is correct.
And we have already motioned on that, right?
But when we had this discussion, we said he'd have to go up there and get it done. So he just needs to go to Hawkinsmith. That's who bonds for it.
Okay,
So, maybe he was just missing that information.
and he sends the bill to who?
It's the city. I didn't pay for mine when I went. I'm sure they didn't either.
Can you have him send my bill to the city? But it keeps sending it to my house.
Oh, yeah,
Can we all go?
they sent mine too.
I wanna be bonded so bad.
That's probably because when we filled out the bond, we had Mr. Home.
I do.
I think if you're not signing checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I read the other day is if you're responsible for any amount of money involving the public's money of $1,000 or higher,
Well,
you are
yeah,
required by the state to be bonded.
no, Kevin, that's only you actually, limited people have signature authority. The mayor is the only one that's authorized to sign contracts, right? You all know,
Yes.
you can't clear that, the mayor's bonded. The signatures on the account are the mayor and the city clerk,
Mhm. Yeah.
or assistant city clerk.
It takes all their votes to do that though.
So I think it's something we definitely need to look at. Listen, we can do it. It'd just be a cost to the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be a cost to the city.
It's cost.
And that might be something that we all feel that's at this table that is valuable to the city in our best interest. That's a decision we need to make. But you squared away on the bond,
About as well as I was before.
so you're gonna go see.
Hawkinsmith, tell them to build the city.
All right. I think that's everything
Well,
that.
And Michelle can do like when we went up, she gave him notice officially from the city saying, hey, he's gonna stop by and get this done. That way they.
You always call him to get the ball rolling and.
I thought you said you had, yeah.
Do you want to discuss the business license that was denied?
No,
Okay.
No reason to.
Let's see, what else? I think that's all I got. Looks like the Mexican restaurant's doing, Cilantro's is doing excellent. They're busy day in, day out. Grocery store is on its way to opening up. Blacktop looks great. I'm telling you, they're biting at the bit. I think they're trying to go by the first year. I don't know if that'll happen. Things,
They put the gas signs up today.
yeah, I know, they are,
They're trying. They're trying.
I know we still got a couple places down here for rent. If anybody knows anybody that's looking for, we've got 3 open available spots, so. Send them my way. I did have one person reach out asking about, a local business being opened, down here, and I told them I couldn't really give them any other insight other than to go to, the chamber, and they would kind of help foresee getting them squared away and going to planning and zoning, make sure everything's legal. Come here and get a business license, but you know, it's interesting. And I'll help them if I can. I told them to come here and talk tonight, but obviously we scheduled a meeting. Should probably do as soon as available, but that's all I have.
Thanks to the administration. See, everybody had time to look over it.
Yeah, I had a question as far as what is the Kentucky Employers Guide to Hiring and Firing? What is that?
That is something. Who was the vendor,
Chamber.
yeah, she had called me and reached out to me. And, she was asking me if I knew where that set of books was, and those are books that every couple years they update when necessary. And they reach out to us and let us know that they need to be replaced.
And what is MTV?
That's the MDTs for,
Oh, okay.
I think it's just got a typo.
Okay.
MDTs, mobile data, yeah, MDTs. It says MDT, MTV on it. We're like, oh, okay. MTV.
Oh, I know that one.
So,
Are you talking about the deposits?
yes,
That's supposed to be, motor vehicle tax. I got the.
Okay.
That's a totally different thing.
Yeah,
And what about the ones up further, the
Tax.
PT bill, and it just has the numbers,
property tax.
property tax, basically.
So which motor vehicle is that for?
Those are, those are deposits.
Their deposits. Oh, coming in. Sorry, yes.
this is.
That was that specific deposit.
That number,
That's how many checks over.
37.
Yeah.
That month.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
All the features down.
Yeah, and that's when everybody was on her.
So is that like the monthly ones from the city, the county clerk for the taxes paid on cars? $6,000. It's not MDTs.
This, this, and this, but it's not, it's not general. I don't. That's.
Well, I was trying to comprehend that.
We can figure out.
Okay, so.
I'm sure that.
Like the pin machine or something? Yeah. All the pin. That was gonna be.
It was $1.
Yeah, I'll get.
And so that dollar amount went into people's.
This, or this is not now.
I'll do it for next week. Yeah, give it 55.
Alright, so that's just the dollar amount that was deposited on 20 minutes. But this is the one that was from John.
So it's. Yeah.
Yeah. With that, $1,000, you probably still get out of the section.
Is that clarifying something we all need to hear? What was it?
So basically, I asked her on this economic development on the front page on the deposit, I said, you have $3,074 in there. I said, what in the world was that in the general fund? And basically what she did where we switched banks is she had Central's write a check to the general fund and then she transferred it to the economic development. $1 from the general fund, so that's what he's getting 40. Which I just don't understand how. And, this up here, I also asked her underneath the economic development, 37 business license deposited in November. That is 37 business licenses in November. Well, we also sent out letters from Michelle did, telling people, hey, you haven't paid. That was my question.
But you know, down the road, my conversation with Mike, so we can see sure. I think you or somebody mentioned making them, when you purchase in December, it's again due in December instead of this December, you got repaid in July. I mean, that's just crazy.
Right now, that's the way our ordinance is read though, you know?
Maybe come back to
I
that.
think eventually we're gonna head that up, but it's the holidays and nobody's working, so. Not even me.
Right.
Fine.
Good on that.
Yeah, I'll do.
Michelle, do you wanna go over I know that she sent out an email,
You wanna back up and make a motion for the finance?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, fine.
Everybody good with it?
Yeah, I'll make motions to approve the payroll or the finances for the month of November.
Get a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
One side note. That if you read our minutes in the last one, I asked for a 6-month update.
Melissa are working on that. That's unfortunately going to be a big.
That's fine. All yours.
Michelle sent out in the email that, I don't know if everybody looked at it, but the different services that People's Bank offered.
I forgot to print those out actually.
That's okay. If you wanna maybe just a brief little overview of them.
So one thing I do like about it, they have enough services that we could have pretty much everything we need right there at People's. I have one website to go to. And that would absolutely be incredible. So you're looking at all of the credit cards. They even have a fleet card or fuel card option. I know there's a few different rates. What was some of the other stuff?
She tried out the bill pay today. That wasn't it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I kind of think I want to pause on that for a minute, and the ones that I've done, I want to make sure that they go through, make sure that the vendor gets them, make sure that they're actually gonna get cash, because what I didn't know, unlike my personal bills at home, they can actually create a check and mail to the vendor, as opposed to doing like a direct deposit thing. So it's gonna take an extra week. Like there was one that went through today, the Safe and Sound. So it went through. I got the email that verified that it went through and it's complete, but that just means they've mailed the check. So it's not come out of our bank account, and they don't have it yet. So I wanna make sure that I get that right before I get too carried away.
Have you been able to use the deposit?
I looked at that.
I think so.
I definitely need that.
I mean, hopefully we can get them to follow up with that. That's the deposit where she doesn't have to leave here and she can deposit the check here.
And I don't know if you all read that or worded it properly, but I'd like to see how it goes with the new clerk, make sure I get all the automated transactions. Whether it's paying somebody or income, I want to make sure I get all those automated transactions done and completely transferred to People's. Make sure I have checks for all the accounts and everything before I go diving into all the credit cards and stuff. But I'm hoping the credit cards and stuff we can really dive into. Definitely.
Do you need a motion to move forward with any of those or what? I think that we kind of,
No, we've already said.
yeah, I think we've already said all that.
Moving to People's Bank.
We don't need a motion.
So there is one thing that we probably need to talk about, when they come down here and talk, when we talked about investing that money, and they kind of shot us away from that. That money that we have sitting in the savings, we need to do something with it. If we're not gonna invest it, then we need to go ahead and put it into a CD or whatever. She kind of, in my opinion, was kind of like, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I know we're not a multi-million-dollar city yet. Lord,
Yeah.
right? But,
Run away though.
I think we should probably lock it into a CD or do something like that, because it's just sitting in the savings account now, so that's something that we probably need to make a motion on.
She did suggest a certain
Yeah,
CD though, so I mean, I have to take her suggestion on it.
is it something that y'all wanna do, or you just wanna leave it in savings?
Invested.
I don't know, I kinda like having it there in case we need it, but without no penalty, but we are, making a little bit of money at the same time. It's 3% is we.
So we have,
It's 25,000, I think, that we available to invest.
our financial year wraps up in June. Yes, but why not wait till June, see what's there? That would be you, I mean, that's that.
I mean, that's 6 months technically, that our CD would elapse at the end of, we plan that right,
Yeah.
at the end of that,
You could do a 6-month CD, yeah, but,
and make $400 or whatever we,
but if we need that money in the meantime,
we just pay a penalty.
You know, you're talking about the CD, but part of me still says, knowing the overage we got from the county that we didn't expect. We should probably look at how much is left in there, and some of that should be put aside too, because we didn't expect it, so we didn't know the budget for it, because we've been very.
I think that's what this
We've been
is.
very generous that, no, we should have receipts for that CD we cashed. We spent some and we kept some to save.
I
There should
thought,
be CD money there.
was that, I thought, okay. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna get a review,
Yeah,
so that'd be a great time to,
because if there's any extra in that county stuff, we've been real good so far about not spending too much, but we also had times, hey, we got that extra money, let's do this. And we lock it up and we can't touch it. Like, be there.
but I agree with you, 100%. I just, I thought-
Before we decide on any of that, how about we go to the next one real quick? and
Yeah.
let Michelle, explain that. Go ahead. Did anyone read the email about the code enforcement invoice?
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find
The
it.
invoices that you all are looking, yeah.
That's, I've heard.
these are all.
You all do have a copy of
They go back to
the
20
body of the email that she sent me.
That's crazy.
I can't answer about the 2023s, but I feel we have talked and approved to pay some this year that we've been here.
Mhm.
And so before we pay anything, I'd like to really look at our check details.
Well, that's what I told Michelle. I would really like us to go, to get with the bank and go back and look and make sure that we don't have anything that matches up exactly to
You know
those amounts.
you know what would fix this, is the forensic audit.
Yeah,
Forensic audit.
Yeah,
because they were categorized out for what we
They're gonna
paid.
tell you what you have, and you haven't paid.
The good news is it's the invoice is a specific amount.
What's the total they're saying that we don't?
27,
26.
It was
27.
It was a little under 27, I think.
It's about the cost.
No, it's 20-something. I was thinking.
26,
More like 20.
26,337 and 88 cents.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can be held accountable for something that they should have wrote off in 23 and 24
And
as a loss in the deficit.
they wouldn't do that.
They would have had to do that on their budget because they didn't have the
On the
money.
budget doesn't mean you still don't contractually owe it, because we agreed in the interlocal to pay it. Right, am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm not, I didn't
So
see.
we just didn't get billed. Apparently, we have a little under $27,000 worth of bills for code enforcement that we just did not get billed. And the city of Georgetown found this when they had an audit done.
I think we need to study that.
Yes, we did. Some of these bills go back to 2023.
What gets me is if they didn't bill it, maybe we
majority of
paid
it
it,
is from
they just didn't know they didn't.
That's what it,
These are
forensic audit.
specific remediations that were done in standing ground.
It's
It's our flat rate percentage.
and some of them
Some of
do
it
have
is.
remediation, but some of them just are basic payment we have to pay.
But we did in fact receive bills during that.
That's what I'm saying. I know we motioned to pay them, so I'm like, now
Yeah.
I'm
I
saying,
mean, I think.
Yeah.
We can study,
We just paid something.
you know, if our conclusion is, yeah. Judgment, have to pay, I say yes.
they're saying we haven't paid a bill for this year from May until a month ago. And I know we've talked about it.
We tend to get them not monthly, but
Whatever.
Yeah.
Some of them are monthly, some of them have 5 months, some of them are only 3 months. And that's why I had to go back through the file as well as QuickBooks and match.
Michelle, I know, you know, we'll have checks, canceled checks. Do you keep a file with all the invoices we received? So, I mean,
I pulled all the invoices all the way back to like, I think it was January 2020. And went month to month and compared it to what she was giving me, and from what I was seeing on those invoices, the months that are listed on those invoices, I could not find those months on any other invoice. With the amounts.
Do we have anything that says we paid and the check number?
I keep a copy, we keep a copy of all the checks.
With, that's what
With
we're
the
asking.
invoice,
So do we
Are
have,
the invoices with the checks in there?
The ones that have been paid, yes.
Their interest.
And then
No.
have we matched up to see that these have not been paid?
Yeah, I sat there and I took the invoices that I had paid
5%.
and I went ahead and just made me a list because I knew I was gonna get confused and just literally went down through there. Okay, I paid January, February, okay, this one says we owe March, I can't find March anywhere on any other.
so I think what I would maybe do is reach out to, the lady that sent this and ask for all of the invoices that we have been sent since 2023
And to pay.
and have paid, yeah.
And Jennifer, another thing that's always bothered us, they never send us a budget. They're supposed to
Yeah.
send us a budget
They did,
by March,
they did this year when I asked,
or they do.
but that's because they have a new chief, new fire chief that's over him. He was like, here you go.
Okay, well, problem solved.
It was a little bit later than when they're supposed to have the agreement, but.
Well, part of my reason for bringing that up is to compare the invoice with the budget. Yes. I don't think we've received budgets for prior years. So then,
No, never.
What is our yearly budget that we are paying them? Do you know?
5%.
okay,
That's what we're saying. We've never got a budget. We're just supposed to pay
My thing, my thing is, if we're paying $60,000 a year, it might be in our best interest to get away from this process.
And that's gonna be, without looking at the budget we did, if I'm remembering right, I looked at what it cost us total, and if they really didn't bill us right, I'm off on what I asked for in the budget to pay them this year, because I was going on what I thought they were billing.
Do you know what we budgeted for? Is it like 30, you know? The only reason I say that is there's a certain, when, the thing that I look at this is when this interlocal agreement was conceived, it was probably 10, 15 years ago, whatever, right? It probably wasn't as big as it is now.
No.
And 5% of their budget for a town that we are, and I understand what I'm treading on here, but there's a lot of people, there's a lot more budget, they got a lot more people working for them now. And
We have not grown at the rate. that we-
another issue is, like you say, this was 10, 15 years ago. The proportions were,
Yeah.
45 Georgetown, 45 county, 5 Cityville, 5 Standing Ground. The growth that has occurred, development, has not been in Standing Ground so much, and probably not Sadyville. I think there was talk among commission prior years about only to them saying, hey, we shouldn't be paying 5%. You have to be paying.
I don't wanna say that and then they come back and say, well, 10% it is.
Then you back out.
Then we find out.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to upset it, because this is an interlocal agreement we have, right?
And
And it's for us to use, and we use it every now and then. But at the end of the day.
now, and I guess, Jennifer, getting back to the issue at hand, yeah, I think we need to investigate it on our end.
I don't know why they couldn't do it off of population.
Well, it wouldn't be that. Think about their
Require somebody
expected
to
to be on
sell
properties. That's what the problem is. Us in Sadyville are expected to pay 10% fine. Properties are probably.
Yeah, but we can't do that if we don't know what the bottom number is, for the budget.
So on our
Well,
budget,
we can do it based on. Sure.
Well, this might be a stepping stone to open
Yeah.
negotiations about that. So,
Yeah.
I think so.
you just hit us with another $30,000 and, 5% of your budget.
Monthly or
is
quarterly.
Much, for
Yeah.
Standing Ground, Sadyville can speak for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
and to
We
be,
have 800 people. And you've got 40,000.
and to be honest, you can look at their personnel right now. When we first signed this years ago, I think with Kayla, they had one or two people.
I think there's 7.
Well, yeah, because, and it's never been because we've increased in growth. It's been because all the housing projects and the improvements and stuff. So why are we still, so the good news is it's yellow, so we changed it. I don't know we changed it too, but when I brought the proposal for general fund, I did budget $27,500. So we're what 5 years not billing us, it would have cost. So it's good, I guess.
Do we know?
So it's roughly 30.
I'm also gonna reach out to
And
Craig.
Dale, Megan, Jennifer,
Michelle,
to investigate it is, okay, how much have you spent on enforcement countywide? And is standing around 5%.
and Stateville, and speak for them, they don't.
Speak for themselves, but if they're spending $100,000 on enforcement in Georgetown and 1,000 in Chambersburg, that.
Matt, ain't
That's
Matt.
not that proportion, and that could backfire, and maybe they're spending more than 5%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's just where I'm at, and I tread lightly with it because I don't want it to go higher,
No.
but it also. $30,000, I almost feel like that we could probably get somebody that's part-time and do our code enforcement when we do a monthly, or, part-time or whatever. You know what I mean, like,
Let's be a
Well, but the thing about that is, that, yeah, you get the part-time inspector, but with the code enforcement, you get their attorneys who are willing to fight it
right,
out.
I understand that. But those people would also be insured and everything else too, that before we would hire, I don't even know if there's a company out there that does that.
Do you all know how many, I don't know what you call it, but code enforcement actions they take in Stamping Ground a year?
No, we can find out.
We could ask for your yearly report.
I think they were supposed to be doing that too, or coming here and speaking too, every now and then, from what I've read in past minutes.
Well, we asked for the past year's report back to January 1.
Yeah. And maybe have them, and Jennifer, have them come down here and maybe talk to us.
Well, the guy that does the, was it Sam Ward?
Yeah,
Wait.
wait.
He doesn't make the decision.
No,
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 I think he's over it now though, isn't he?
no.
no, Chief's over.
He might be able to get us the information.
And will it?
And will it, yeah, just the.
And maybe we just need clarity more than anything. And maybe they're changing things up there that, is brought this upon themselves.
Well, and I'll give a defense of them. Maybe they're doing the best they can compared to the way the government's letting the city and county grow. It's hard to keep up. I mean, none of our services are able to keep up with the growth. Fire, police, code enforcement, I mean, they're just letting it grow crazy.
And it might be also worth talking to Mayor and Joe about too.
That'd be the steps, because that's who we're in agreement with. Not really the work, but just doing the job. We're in agreement.
That's right, well, the fiscal court and the city council.
It's a good time because it's election year.
You know when the original agreement was made?
Original code enforcement, I think it was,
2017 is good for 10 years, and they have to present the budget the second Tuesday of March, I think.
2017?
10 years, Kayla signed it.
Was it the same as
But they have
10 years before? Was it 5%?
The budget was second Tuesday in March every year, I believe.
So from 2007 to 2017, was it still 5%?
I just scanned through it, I'm not the attorney.
Yeah, there was no agreement prior to that agreement.
Okay, so it's the first one.
City simply did its own.
we did it and it just didn't get done. Nobody wanted to write their neighbor or.
Yeah.
Did it population, it's like population Stamping Ground versus population Scott County, like multiple.
It is kind of interesting, there was a ceiling on that amount.
It just seems, I think we just need, I guess Jennifer's gonna take it under her wing to, I'll back her up if she wants to, and I'll answer my phone. And, I think it's, as long as y'all agree, we'll look into it. That's the kind of thing we're.
I think it should be the
So, that doesn't get us back on paying this stuff. So we're just gonna wait.
I think we hold off. Yeah.
So if there's not a, interest or anything,
Her email said that they realized that we may have to just pay as we could, basically.
Yes, and
Do you have the email? Do you want us to forward it to you?
I saw the email, somehow didn't see her email, but I did see these invoices for 2023 and 2024.
Yep.
Didn't understand the difference.
I mean, maybe we put it on a 10-year payment plan, paying $50.
And, not the city's percentage down to 2.5.
Yeah.
It says quarterly billing on there.
It does.
All right, well, did I get you everything that's satisfied?
Moving along. KU invoices, follow up?
So I just put this on here and I just wanted to know if we, I know you had said that you were looking to it.
I have not, and I apologize, but as soon as I get back to Central, I'll drive over and
I
talk to people.
Listen, I know that it's an act of Congress and to get anybody to do anything. And I know Terry's retiring in February, so I'm losing my contact at that. But I was just wondering, because I happened to be down here and she had 14 bills she was paying that are KU. I was like, oh, I forgot all about that. That's the only reason it's on there.
When the first week they're back in, I break out, I'll definitely go over here. I apologize for that.
Okay,
All right, no, we're not.
ABC ordinance review.
Can I address you guys before you get started on that?
We're gonna alter our opinion.
I don't think so. It may confuse the situation with you.
Did you say confused?
We don't
Yeah.
need that.
I guess to start with, I just want to kind of bring up and refresh some of your minds, some of you probably wasn't here when this happened, but how this came about to being this way. If y'all remember somewhere along about March, I was asked to be ABC officer. Bill's the one that came to me, got me into this. I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks later, I find out we got an ABC filing cabinet and keep up with it. Being a retired police officer, I'm gonna see all the rules, regulations, all of that sort of thing. Never food with alcohol before. So the only thing we had in our ABC filing cabinet was the handbook from Kentucky League of Cities, talking about their ABC stuff. Nothing else in it. Now, I know that we're giving out alcohol business license in conjunction with each other through our establishments. There's no forms of any kind in this stuff. So I think a lot of it had been overlooked. So getting back to what we was talking about earlier about just the simple thing is person comes in to renew their forms. Okay, well, we've kind of been winging this evidently, I'm assuming, from the looks of things. So here is, and like I said earlier, because of the format, you just have to figure out where the lines are supposed to be and where they're not. This is a stack of the forms that we've had to fill out and make since I've been here, just over the last few months. Some of these are real new because of it being new stuff, meaning new things that's taken place. So if everybody would please just take one and pass it on down, I would appreciate it. First file. That has to do, in case somebody wanted to come in, they seen Michelle or whoever, one of you guys have to be in here and say, I got a complaint about this business. Well, they've actually got a document they have to fill out and turn that thing in. That's a new one. I think I'm repeating that right. Yes. That we just ran into. That program's working great. We raised up right now, we've only got one business that participating in that program, but they're doing great, seems like. Some of these will have the lines on, some of them will not. And really the reason why is because of the laptop I was using at the time, mine has that program. The one that city furnished did not. So some of these were done before. This form is your regulatory form that's coming by you now. And what that is, every one of your alcohol establishments has to fill one of those out and send that in. That's how they pay their regulatory fees. And I matched that up with,
And this is every quarter.
yes, sir. Notice the quarters at the bottom. How it's broke down. So the way that actually works is
It's the
they
same,
send those in, do what?
it's the same.
Okay, they send those in. And with the check, and Michelle takes care of making the copies for me, so there's a separate file in there now for all of these. She makes the deposits, she gives me copies of the deposits, so if we're ever audited, we say, here's when she got it, here's when it went to the bank, this is the account that it went to, it's the restricted state fund that we're supposed to be using, not a problem. So, the thing that I did change on that just a little bit from the original was contact information. Our other one had the name of the business. Well, okay, maybe it's owned by corporate and not by Kevin Kidwell.
Never run into that problem.
Yes, and that become a monster of a problem real fast. So now that's added on to it. And that they're slowly getting to where they're learning that they have to fill that out. This is now what we're using for the actual license. So if you go into some of these establishments and you look, by law, they have to have this thing posted on the wall. So if you look up on the wall, this just looks better than a piece of construction paper with it typed on there. So that's how that came about. And now,
This is what they display in view
yeah,
public.
that has to be in public view. This is a new one, even though it is in our existing ordinance as we speak, that each individual is supposed to fill out prior to obtaining their original license. Not their yearly, but their original. So there are forms as you scan through this that applies to building inspection, fire codes. I mean, the last thing you want is to open something up and I've heard for sure. Commissioner Meadows talked about it several times and say, oh, well, you can go here, but it's not a safe facility for them to go to. So that's what basically all of this is, and I guess y'all noticed I had changed and started using the city laptop on these.
You don't need to be about that.
This is one from planning and zoning. Shortly, I'll show you where I created all this from, how it came about. I didn't just dream this stuff up. But it was odd that it kind of came about at the same time that I was looking for your ordinances, because the way that came about was we was discussing about it. I don't remember what month it was, but during one of your all's meetings, and you made the comment, well, I could write the thing, send it to legal, and then it goes through its process, because you got a pretty good one now. It just needed a little bit of updating done to it. I think that was the checklist that I just gave you. Okay, that's the right.
So how many of these have, how many of these have to be checked yes before they can obtain?
That is what you do when you walk into the business.
So this is what you're.
That will be starting after January. And those are the different things that you're looking for. Now, obviously, you know, if you go in there and there's something wrong, you just talk to them and say, look, we gotta fix this, make sure you keep up. That you're not supposed to drink alcohol while you're pregnant. You know, there's certain state laws that they have to post this stuff. So you just check it off and say, be sure and get it up. If you don't have one, let me know. I can get them for you for free. We'll make sure you get in compliance with this. This is something that I don't know why we've never had it, but it's the actual application if you want a license to serve alcohol. And then this last one is the actual inspection folder. So if you look through, if you have any questions why you have them, you know, whatever, just let me know and I'll try my best to answer those for you, but that's what's been going on since March and why.
So on these two checklists, that you have, you walk in, obviously you're given a grace period. Of X amount of days or months or whatever, maybe quarter, whatever. If they do not comply to it, is there a, repercussions? Because I know,
not in the ordinance that you have right now.
so. So it's almost like, right,
And I think the only reason is because you didn't have that checklist before.
so you're just doing this to cover your butt.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. 25 years in law enforcement teaches you a whole lot of that.
Well, I was just wondering if, how this would be, if you walk in 2 months and they don't have their alcohol signage, which that is, a state law, that they have to have that up, then you can revoke.
The easiest thing to deal with that particular situation is I call Kevin, who is the state ABC enforcement guy, which unbeknownst to me, when I took the job on, they told me to give him a call. He's our local enforcement guy. Well, I've worked with him in Lexington years and years ago. We didn't even know it. So we got to talking. He was a retired police officer as well. So, yeah, I just call him up. He'd come down and write him a citation for it.
Okay. This is just covering your butt.
Right,
I like it.
right.
The applicant, you're saying that we never had,
The application.
really?
Yes.
So,
We didn't have anything.
No,
but doesn't it even have to have a proof of where they published it in the paper? Attached to this? Is that part of this?
Yeah.
You just.
there was nothing in the file. It's in your,
Well, what I'm asking, did you put that as part of a requirement to have?
in their application
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to have all that, and it's in the new, it's in the existing ordinance right now.
Right, I know it is.
Yeah,
I was just wondering if you put it in your own writing.
they have, and the background checks the same way. And
And these,
so when I first started, I'm like, okay, well, how do you turn somebody down? Because if they can get it by the state, then, okay, I don't have a form to handle them, say, you don't have this.
oh, not to mislead you,
Yeah,
why is ABC doing,
2 checklists.
yeah,
One is for in-house and the other one's for the new applicant
is this,
to tell them, look, this is what we're gonna be needing. This is what I'm gonna ask you for. I'm not gonna hand you, you gotta fill out this for P and Z. And then you get it all done and you come back and say, okay, man, I'm done. I'm ready to go. No, now you gotta go to the fire marshal. This way you have a checklist of you need to make sure you have X, Y, Z.
so you're giving them a packet saying, complete these, and
That's
then come see
exactly
me.
right. That's exactly right.
Okay,
That's actually good.
understood. And I'm assuming that every business that we have currently operating, I know that you're gonna start doing your audits, but from our knowledge are pretty,
Yes, compliant.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, and you've done your work to go back and try your hardest to make sure that they hand them this and say, hey,
Oh, yeah.
fill this out, we gotta start here,
Yeah, we got.
just so we have.
Now, there's a few things that have not been told to them because it's not in the old ordinance yet,
Well,
but
my thing was, if you're gonna hand this out and have a new business go through all this, that the old businesses should probably be updated.
yeah, oh, yeah. That's gonna be part of it after the inspections
Right.
start after January.
Okay.
Is we just sit, or I stand there and talk to whoever the manager is and,
Did you get your shirt?
yes,
Cause I think you probably need to
oh, yeah.
let them know who you are.
That was the reason behind it and the little name tag and all of that stuff, because I knew that this would be coming, but it was not gonna be something that was probably gonna happen in the real short, because of after seeing filing cabinet. So, they were gonna take a little while. And I'm sure with a couple of them, it'll take a little while to get everybody back on the right track. So,
This is a huge step.
but it's,
Huge step.
I'm glad somebody knows that. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I personally did because I was just like you, had your phone calls asking me. I was like, man,
Yeah, we've come a long ways with that.
I'm new to this too.
You've done a whole lot of work. A lot of.
Now, have you submitted any of this for review for the attorneys to look over
The ordinance, yes.
this stuff?
I had to have it now.
So I don't know if, you're ABC, but I don't know if it's something in our best interest that you all review a packet and just make sure that,
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea.
Yes.
For the second for me.
you understand what I'm saying here?
What I sort of thought was maybe Kevin, since he's got more knowledge on this, can say, these are the 4 forms that you are currently required to have by the ordinance right this second. And then, because we can review things that need to be created that are not currently in there right now as we work through this, but like. if
So
there's-
what's already, part of that is already in compliance with the ordinance that we have now.
Right,
We just didn't have a form
Yeah,
to give them.
I just want to make sure that it's not, we're not, asking something that, attorney's position that may not be a requirement that we can ask. Now, I'm pretty sure Kevin's done a very good job of that, but it also at the same time, I'm sitting here, he's standing there and you're all over there. My butt's here. That's the only way I can protect myself.
No, that's part of the city attorney's job.
Right.
You want this packet?
You understand what I'm saying though? It's just, and it's nothing against Kevin.
I'm great with it.
I think it's great work and I think this is phenomenal, but just as a review, make sure that we are. Sure.
I guess I'm lost. So these are being used, we're being asked to officially approve these?
I don't know if we can ask for approval
I don't know if he needs them approved.
because he's his own.
I'm just showing you
No,
what,
ABC exists by ordinances created by the commission.
And that's kind of what I'm asking is to make sure that it's compliant.
And that's what the legal review.
Legal reviews.
Make sure that these are.
And it's not just.
A lot of that stuff is already in the ordinance, but we didn't have any paperwork
Yeah.
created to go along with it.
Yeah, and I think any forms that ABC creates ought to be approved by the city attorney. I don't think necessarily. City commission. Yeah, but it's just part of the operation of that department. Then I think also Kevin has some suggested changes to the.
oh yeah,
And that, I think,
that has to be,
yeah, and I think that is what, when you're ready, you can explain to the commission. That's gonna involve city attorney work to propose those, changes.
well, I think what Joe's talking about is what's actually on the agenda about the ordinance
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
There are big sections of it that is verbatim of what you have right now. And there are other sections of it that is not verbatim from what you did have. All that is a real rough first draft kind of a situation. And it was my understanding that somebody needed to write, or you guys told me that somebody needed to write up something. And matter of fact, I was standing at the edge of her desk getting ready to leave the night this came up and I was asked about it. And I said, well, yeah, I can do that. I can write it up, send it up to legal, let them do their thing, say, okay, we'll send this out. You all take a look at it. You all feel free to mark on it, say, we don't like this. We think we need to do this way, or this don't need to be in it. And if you need to do a comparison, well, you've got the city ordinance you got now. So,
Except for one thing on that, and I kind of sent an email out. If you're gonna do that, the comparison has to be evident. So if somebody comes in and asks.
well, that's up to your legal part.
No,
I just
no.
do the rough draft part of this.
The legal part won't know what you changed unless they read every single thing. You need to be following the ordinance that says underline what's new.
I guess he will when he gets that program on his computer too.
Yeah,
And that's fine, that's fine, but right now it's not in the proper form because we
Well,
can't.
the physical court, they
Well,
had
he
the
didn't
same
have the program
thing,
to do it, right for him either.
and they had the same thing, and it wasn't blacklisted like what Mr. Perry's talking about, but it was, it's not, it's frowned upon, but it can be accepted.
No, we haven't.
It was accepted today, I watched it.
Let me.
Well, it's easy enough.
We just need to decide the most efficient way about it.
Yeah, it's easy enough to fix, that's not
When it-
major.
Right?
The reason I put this on the agenda for tonight is because Kevin had made it clear to me that he's brought this up before in the past.
And he has.
Then it hit the wall and now nobody knows how to push it further. So I'm saying, I put this on the agenda tonight to get your all's appetite as a commission for me and Joe reviewing these changes that Kevin has made and determining, we think these look good. Since we think these look good, what we're trying to avoid doing is doing all this work comparison and then going, we think this looks good, and you all going, we don't even want to do this ordinance. We don't need any changes. And then we
Right.
put in 25 hours of work for no reason.
Our ordinance is a mess. We definitely.
There are things that have to change, right?
Yeah, there's some of it, you know, that really needs, and as far as where that, I didn't dream up what I did type in there. That all comes from ordinances from about six. I've got it in my briefcase, about 6 different other municipalities, including Georgetown. That's where most of the forms come from, was out of Georgetown. ABC bunch. All I did was change the header on it.
So what I guess what Zach and I both are asking, if the commission does want us to, spend the city's money through attorney's fees to work on this, when an ordinance is amended, and I know several of you know this, there's, the statute has specific procedures that you have to use. You have to strike out language that is to be deleted, and you have to underline language that is to be added. So that can be kind of time consuming. I think what would be most efficient is for either Zach or me. I'm not saying both of us at the same time, but one of us to sit down with you, Kevin, and kind of go through it. You can point out, this section I didn't even touch. We're not,
Right.
no changes here. But here, I think we need to go all new or whatever it is. Rather than Zach or I trying to compare them page by page, because you could have 2 or 3 words that we've never noticed that Kevin had added. So with the commission's blessing, I think that's what we had in mind is,
Do you think we should vote on it?
no, I don't.
No.
I mean, just,
Can he spend his own money to have this done?
That's gonna be my question.
Spend his own money to have what done?
ABC fund.
think so.
To do what?
Not
For attorney fees,
our own money,
Yeah.
but
the attorney.
ABC.
the agency. I think this is legal services.
And it's-
for-
Pertaining specifically though,
For ABC, yeah.
yeah.
So you're saying just what they review, the billable hours that they do will come out of EC fund? That's an excellent
Keep
idea.
track of the instructors.
That's an excellent idea.
Well,
You're good.
I mean, we need to.
As long as we legally do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
So we'll just let it stand around ABC.
Yeah.
But I think as long as we're all in agreement, here's the thing, this was wrote in what, 2022? The ordinance?
19.
It was the beginning when it first started.
Ours went when?
Probably,
Yeah.
that's right, Jesse, right. So, times change. We're only 5 years, 6 years from when that was written. There's a lot of things, that are changing, but I also think that, there's gonna be even more change. And we've talked about a lot of things, and we probably need to address those things again. Even, I don't think that falls underneath your category, but it could be in that area is marijuana. Now, the ABC officer currently does not monitor that, right?
No,
Not yet.
but we get ready to, because it falls underneath the ABC one.
So,
John and I spoke about that very thing just a little bit, and the advice that I. Just a little bit, yeah, I talked to John all the time back here, so you were pointing.
Oh, no, law, that's what he was not saying.
No, what I'm saying is just alcohol in general, or marijuana in general.
No, marijuana general dispensaries won't go through ABC.
Will not, but
No.
I thought you was talking about the infused.
the infusing, well,
Yeah.
that's actually what I was
I
referring
mean,
to.
you're gonna put out things that people are like, what? He's gonna
Yeah,
do
the
that.
infusing of alcohol, and I mean, they've outlawed some of it, and they keep going back and forth with it. We need to.
When they're going to, it wasn't, the Senate Bill 202 didn't occur until March of this year. so-
Right, and that's what I'm saying, things have changed.
Yeah.
And I think that it is probably in our best interest to stay on top of it.
Mm.
And I'm
I
solely,
think over the next 5 years, it's gonna continue.
oh yeah, especially if they make it a class 3, it's gonna get, federally. But here's my thing, I think it's worth the time and effort that and if he's willing to pay for it, by all means, I think it should be done. And I think we should vote on it.
That's fine.
I would make a motion for Kevin. I would approve Kevin and the attorneys to be able to rewrite this ordinance best fit for the city of Stamping Ground. And of course, we would have to read it
And pass it.
and pass it, but to spend that money doing this process.
But I guess the attorney's question as well as mine was, now that you've kind of seen a little bit of it, you all are interested in pursuing it, to put the effort in.
And
to
I'll
make
be
it
honest
right.
with you, the reason why I asked, we follow our own ordinance and own state statute said you have to underline, I don't have time to read 34 pages.
Yeah.
I need to know what you're wanting to do, so I can go research and see if it's something I want to be positive with the rest of.
But you all are interested in
Well,
addressing
That's ordinance, basically what I was making a motion. I was gonna make a motion to make sure that we were as a body or a commission, that we were interested in that. And if somebody's not, that's fine. That's your.
We'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion for Kevin to have the attorneys rewrite the ordinance or attempt to do a rough draft on the ordinance.
Make that adjustment.
No adjustments and utilize ABC funding to.
Dale's gonna make a second. All those in favor? Unanimous.
And something Cody you point out there, it's not even a novel thing you're saying. One thing this commission has not done for 20 years is to look at the laws and nothing. We've got it in our ordinance every 5 years. We will make sure we try to spend it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of.
All right.
Can I talk, well, that was the last thing on that level, other than woman day.
Do you have anything to add?
Can I ask a question to the attorney? Yes.
You may have.
Joe, when is your last day?
So I was gonna see if, what I would prefer is that Joe stick around and keep the same arrangement that we've been doing for me until we've had a chance to at least go through the budget.
Second,
So I have an altercation to that, or not altercation to that.
You want to fly?
Yeah, I'll tell you, something I want to suggest, okay? I have no problem with doing that, but I need you all to flip roles.
Flip roles.
I need Zach to sit where Joe is.
Okay.
You do the talking, you do the answering with Joe.
Not paid, just
No, well,
I
right.
get what you're trying to say, but I'm sort of working my way.
I understand.
I've been talking a little bit.
but we also, what, 6 months now or 3 months? What was it? 4 or 5 months, okay?
Mhm.
I think it'd be better flipped. And that's gonna do nothing but push you into you getting ready. Now, that's my opinion, and I like you both. I'm not trying to do,
I like capital.
I like having you both. I wish we could keep both of you. And maybe that's something. Well, I just remember you said you were at the end of the year, and I wanted to make sure that we still offered that.
Well, in Joe's defense, I did, put that in the contract and stuff, but I have had conversations with Joe where I've told him, I'm gonna ask for you to be able to stay longer. Because there's still a lot of stuff I don't know, and especially like with the budget and stuff, I've never even been through that before, so.
Well, I kind of like the thing where we could technically, he may not have to come to every meeting. And that's kind of where I was going with it, but when budget time comes around, Joe can come back. You understand what I'm saying?
Like Joe is still here and he can come to every meeting.
And that's if Joe wants to do that.
Yes.
I'm glad to do whatever all of you.
Do you understand what
I
I'm,
think Zach, and Zach and I talk more about, it. How about Cody, if we do that, Zach and I talk some more, and we,
You understand what I'm trying to do here?
I think, yeah, what I'm, to cut to the quick on it, I think you're suggesting that Zach go ahead and assume the title as Stanton Brown City Attorney
As the contract statement.
with my assistance.
Right.
I will say this, though, I have been, you know, speaking with the chief and working on issues that Joe's not even working on, or like, I told him, you know, tonight, I've been working on this parking issue for the chief. and
We
he
know
didn't
this.
No, I
We
don't.
know this.
No, I know, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's not that I'm just deferring everything to Joe and
we know.
Joe,
Well,
no.
we
So,
also have.
I don't know that it needs to be officially, Zach needs to be, you know,
The thing is, Joe said he was at the end of the year, and if he wanted to, technically,
He could.
ride off into the sunset and say he put it, well, that's.
But I, no, whatever Zach, not whatever Zach would like, but I don't mind hanging around a little while longer. As, you know, that's not an issue.
I think one thing that struck out my mind on top of that big time was with the new clerk coming in. Joe's gonna be a source of knowledge for clerk related things that'd be scary to not have him here to answer questions.
Yeah, I'm not saying we don't keep them here, I just, what I'm trying to implement is, we have a contract. It says it starts January 1 and Joe can technically leave. We have to address that. You know,
We do, but when we said they could stay on together, we never said, here's your update.
yeah, well, he kind of hung around about that.
I mean, it's just, it's kind of open-ended at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're just kind of graciously staying at this point, and if you decided to ride off in the sunset, then we just kind of, then,
move on.
you know, yeah,
But I
that's out of line.
don't intend to do that.
Right.
Next, so. Couple months.
I just wanted to address it.
No, and that's appropriate to do that.
And what's on else?
Yeah, I got one more thing.
What's this email from? Oh, God, it's all Kevin's.
Okay, I got one more thing, and, this is about the KPPA stuff. Apparently, my stuff has been being paid wrong. Because,
Here,
yeah,
yeah, I was worried about that because they weren't supposed to be doing anything, but I have my APP.
okay, well, you might want to check it.
I have hazard duty and.
Yeah, me too. Might want to check it.
I say,
So, where's it at, Michelle? The amount? So the city have had to pay back for me.
The total that was paid, the 900.
The city had to pay back $906.10 for me, and I am going to owe. Here, pass them down. This is yours. Pass those down.
Thank you.
And I am going to owe 173, Michelle?
173.
173.20.
Yeah.
And I'll let Michelle explain why.
How did I originally stumble upon this? Your start date and end date or something. There was something that was messed up about yours that was simple.
They sent you a letter. And they sent me something too.
Either way, I don't know where I
you
started
can
out.
pay this for doing stuff?
I guess something that.
Or is this?
No, this is my return. This
Yeah.
is my return.
What's coming out of your weekly, or your TV check?
Paycheck.
Yes.
And I guess this is something that attorneys need to look into. I still don't understand. I've tried to go down the rabbit hole to figure out why as commissioners, you know, find a.
It's
pure
because-
ordinance or
it's-
Statute.
It's because we are already, this is my understanding. We are already in that retirement system. And you guys may want to check on this because my understanding may not be correct, but since we are already invested in this retirement system,
Mhm.
since we are getting paid from someone else in this retirement system, then they need to do the appropriate funds to that retirement system.
And I get that entirely, but when this came up a year or so ago, they point blank said even people like Ms. Brown, sorry, and Mr. Coger, even though they're not in, they would have to be enrolled in it, even though there would be deductions. I don't know why we have to enroll city commissioners that are elected officials into a KPPA retirement.
So I have to report everybody as
Yeah, you should report
non-participating.
them all. Yeah,
As non-participant. Right.
So that's how, unfortunately, that's how we've been doing Jennifer, and up until
I mean,
issues and classes, I didn't really know, you know, I was following suit. Well,
Did they?
if the exception with Jennifer is that her day job reports to CERS as well. They report on the same report that I do.
Yeah.
So that means, because it's over a certain amount of hours, that means I have to report her as participating.
Yeah.
That way the proper amounts are paid in.
And that's where I lose it too, because we don't have a set. So how you can want to say, because we do so many hours for the city, we could be here 1 minute a week. I mean,
And I don't understand how they do by hours, because we don't get paid by the hour.
yeah, we're not hourly, we're paid.
Not,
It's 1 hour per meeting is how you break.
That's what they show on it. Yeah, they show on like,
But there's not really a
if
good way
that's the
to.
case, we've had some 4 hour meetings. It should be.
and this would probably be something the city should be paying double barrel for both attorneys to look into, because it cost us with Rita like $46,000 or something.
Well-
like that. Fine.
I mean, I'm not really happy that I gotta pay $173, you know?
What do you find something?
There was a few thousand.
That, okay.
Is there something you wanna look into, Joe?
Yeah,
Okay. And I guess by the next meeting, we'll make a decision on it. So then,
Me and Jennifer need to like dig into before we.
well, I mean, is there a cutoff is what I'm asking.
I don't know. I haven't gotten a bill from them other than what you've given me.
Well, that's the thing, that's all they're gonna send, either one of us, is my understanding. That's why she told me, like, the full amount of the entire bill is the 900. But that's why she explained to me that your amount to pay is under the EECON. But the ERCON is for the amount for the city to pay.
And I don't understand.
So in other words, the city pays the 900 and then Jennifer pays her portion back to the city.
And if it ends up being that's the case, we'll have to sit and put that in their budget. We should be paying out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like I should have to pay that.
Over there,
But we have paid it.
so
We
table
have
this.
paid it to KPPA.
your share should have been deducted from your. Dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, 75 cents.
I know.
But then you don't do 75 cents and nothing to, hey, that's fine, because you're not doing the.
What about you?
I don't know, I'll tell you my count. I have two
Are
different
you-
credit cards.
Is yours active now, Dale?
I'll be honest with you, it's one of those things, when I left the bar association, I have not looked at it. Because I thought it's there, if I die, I actually can find out what it is, and I've never looked at it since. Yeah, I'm going to now, yeah, because I've been on it twice now.
So we'll table this to you all.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to know about it. It came up a while back.
I have one more thing, kind of the
Yeah.
odds and ends cleanup I forgot about. I'd like to tell Commissioner Perry, thank you for buying the lights. How much did you turn in, the pavilion down here?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did you turn in,
You bought,
the lights?
Yes, that's a nice question.
I was just curious
I
how much,
will, yeah.
how much they were. I,
They were, how much were their piece, $25 a box?
there's five boxes.
I mean, about 6 cents, 8.
There's five.
Five boxes. I mean, if it's over 200, I'll just eat the cost whatever.
No, I think we approved 300.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The only reason I was gonna say,
Economic development said they're gonna.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is economic development said they were gonna pay that. I also bought an extension cord to plug up down there. I turned it in, which it's already been approved, just, well,
They look good.
which, yeah, I thank you, Kim, for putting up the cable and Dale for buying
Oh, I
it,
figured
me
you'd
for
put out
putting them
there.
up. And Channing for helping me.
Make the snow look good for
Oh,
it.
it was beautiful. One thing I would like to put out, and the reason I was asking, how much money you spent, is out of that 300, I kind of wish we could get a timer. They're running all day long. They're LED, not really gonna charge a lot.
I still have somebody that,
Well,
by the way, you're right, he did only put 5, he made a mistake, don't put the other 5.
Okay, good, thank you.
but I'd like to get those on a timer somehow. I don't know how we need to do it, or,
Yeah,
and since the timers down there for the main security lights aren't right either, and they need to look at, but
since the,
those lights all up.
Yeah.
since the event was canceled, there was a few unopened things that I made on the sent that.
let's get it, Do we need to make a motion to put a timer?
If it's under $500,
400,000 even, is it, right?
maybe.
Put a timer for like.
Yeah, well,
You're talking about mechanical.
I don't care.
Digital, we just remember.
It could even be like a dusk to dawn, I think.
Yeah, a motion or something. Yeah. Motion could work too. I don't know, it's just they're running all the time. I think it's pretty awesome. It looks beautiful down there.
Who volunteers to get that?
I thought it.
What is that, me?
Yes.
Yes, that's me.
To go get the thing.
I just ordered off
Oh,
Amazon.
if you pick one,
Yeah.
I would say, or if you find one you want to buy some, I can go get it.
I was ordering off Amazon.
Also,
So much easier.
that's all I have. Is that all you have?
Executive?
Oh, question. Do we need to go to executive session?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
She turned that camera on.
Turtle.
I think the window will come back there. It's cold back here.
Yeah, and then we can.
We need to get.
Motion to go into executive session?
Second.
So KRS 61-810-1F discussions with Mike and appointment this November
On my keeper over there.
Motion to come out of executive.
Now, it's rolling.
Really ready to go.
It should be going. It's not showing me you, it's showing everybody but you. They're now showing me. It's working. It's one of those invisibility floats. Yes, it is Harry Potter. Sure, the-
Make a motion to come out of this executive session.
Looks like.
All those in favor? Okay. Now that we're out of executive session, we would like to make a motion to appoint city clerk. Okay, let's start over. To appoint Peggy Angel.
Oh, we got people.
It's a motion.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta know your vote, Mike.
Yeah, well, shouldn't say. Okay, try again.
Third time, okay. Make a motion to appoint Peggy Angel as city clerk in Stanford Brown with the budgeted pay compensation package. I probably botched that.
Second.
All those in favor? Ratified.
Opposed?
One opposed.
Oh, yeah, wait. We're not done, I've changed it, right? So, I've changed my vote, right?
Yeah, if you mentioned your vote.
Just abstaining because of previously mentioned things about knowing the candidate in the past. So it'd be 3 to 1.
No, and abstainer goes with the majority. You can abstain. But
It counts for one.
Counted as a
I would leave it. That's fine. 4-1.
4-1.
Okay,
It's 3-1 with one abstention.
3-1 with one abstention.
Is there a probationary period?
So we're about to discuss that.
There will be a probationary period of 6 months where we will, how do you say that? Interact.
Do periodic review.
We will
Check-ins.
at the end of every 4-week period, we will do check-ins to see how the probationary period is going. And myself and will be doing that. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
The 6 months.
Yes.
What start date are we gonna give her?
She said the 29th.
Who said the
Are we,
20?
no, 29th. Oh, that was week. Okay. Then if she's gonna start 29th, do I need to make a motion for Jennifer clerk to contact retirement and all that, and get that going for first day?
No, like, just hire her, so all of it.
We got plenty of time.
Well, that's the last 3 worked out.
Well, and somebody needs to communicate with her to be sure she accepts the position.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. All right, communication. Anything else? Anybody have any questions? A motion, we adjourn.
5 seconds.
All those in favor? Let me email them right now, Rosie, so I don't forget. You will, you're free.
Oh, Kevin, Kevin.
Yeah.
We turn that off.
I gotta give you one. Please, leave, yeah, no, in, here, up to the end. Choose a picture on the roof. Click, and see if you can.
That probably, that's the idea, just cause, I mean, we wanted to, we don't want to post on these that.
I don't know, just really, going in like, I'll get back on the hours today, or find, or give us time. To check it off.
Well, let's.
I can give you that
Work hard to see. I do think if we're gonna go that route where we end up designating that,
Are you?
Quick sectors.
Here it is, we'll show you just for.
that we need to put a sign that says like you. Yeah, yeah, which that'll be easy. But,
Was it 60 degrees? Don't feel
I
like
mean, we're
it.
just-
All right, all right. You guys, Merry Christmas.
That's my